Good day, my craft along buddies. This is Jennifer with Just Crafting Along. Welcome to my channel. So we're going to try out ways on how to clean our Cricut mats or any kind of cutting mats that you might have that have lost their stickiness or have become kind of gritty and gross and have a lot of debris on them. So the first one we're going to try is you're going to remove your carrier sheet. You should always keep this carrier sheet, this plastic. It keeps the dust off of it, it keeps cat hair off of it, dog hair off of it, people hair off of it, just stuff that's floating around the air. It keeps it kind of clean, and so you want to keep this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try the method of Dawn dish soap with a toothbrush or a hard brush or a stiff brush and some warm water. If your mat is not sticky to do this, your mat is not sticky enough. So we are going to get all this dirtiness off of our mat, and we're going to revive our mat. So all I'm going to do is turn on my warm water again. I'm going to get a little bit of warm water and put it on there. I got some Dawn dish soap on my hands. I'm not going to put it directly. Oh, you know what? I'm going to live dangerously and put it on my mat. So let me go ahead and warm up my water. Not boiling water, hot water, but you just want warm water to kind of rinse your mat. So we're going to put a little bit of water on there. I'm going to put a little bit of dish soap on there. And all we're going to do is kind of make this sudsy messy. And all we're going to do is kind of scrub it like we do dishes. And you're going to see that all this stuff is going to start coming off. You can use a stiffer brush. This one might be too stiff. So you can use a stiffer brush so you're not scrubbing as hard. I like to use a toothbrush, but you can use a stiff brush. This is a regular stiff brush. So we're just going to give it a good wash. And we're just going to go around in a circle, and we're going to get it all nice and sudsy. And we're going to scrape off all this dirty, that's why I like the toothbrush. We're going to scrape off all this. And you would think by doing this that you're kind of scrubbing off the tackiness of your mat, but you're not. So all you're going to do is you're going to go around your whole entire mat, and we are going to scrub this mat until it comes clean. Rinse. Let's get some warm water. There's still some stuff on here, so I'm just going to kind of do another pass by. And I like to use my fingers too, just so I can feel if there's anything on there. But you can go ahead and use a stiff brush, a toothbrush, something not super hard. You don't want like a steel iron brush or anything there. You just want a nice stiff brush that can get all the stuff off of. I think that is ink. So this looks pretty clean. So all I'm going to do is now, since I've gone around the whole entire thing, put that in there. Now that I've gone around the whole entire thing, and give it a good scrubbing. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is never gonna work. You gotta let your mat, we're gonna dry it out, we're gonna rinse it off with some warm water. And you do need to let your mat dry fully. You can do the back side too. You wanna make sure everything is rinsed off. Now look at this corner again, because this corner is still a little, So this is the first one I'm trying. I'm trying the Dawn dish soap with warm water. There's also one with Windex. I was like, I don't know, the Windex one will work, but we're gonna try that one too. We're also gonna try the baby wipe, which was my old go-to. The baby wipe wasn't working well for me, but we're gonna go ahead and do the baby wipe. And we're also gonna do the Clorox cleanup wipes. Someone also said that Clorox cleanup wipes won't take the sticky residue off of your mat. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this off, and then we're gonna let this dry, and then we're gonna come back on. But you saw at the beginning that this mat had no stickiness to it at all. And what is good about this one is that you guys can tell that this is the same mat. I'm gonna let it dry, but you're gonna be able to tell it's the same mat because there's blue right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this one air dry. I'm not gonna wipe anything down. I'm gonna wipe the back off, but I'm not gonna wipe this part off. Good shake, and we're gonna let this air dry. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this part off, but you can get this whole entire thing air dry, and we're gonna see how sticky it is once it air dries. So the second one we're going to try out is the Windex method. I have never used Windex on my mats. I was kind of scared of it because I believe it has, I'm not for sure what Windex has in it, but to me I thought maybe it was more cleanser than, like maybe it has not alcohol, but something like alcohol, equivalent to alcohol that would break down the adhesive that's already on your mat. This is a true Cricut mat. The other mat I had is a different mat. It does work in my Cricut Joy Extra. I will link those in my description. I like those mats a lot. I like the Cricut mats also. So this is a StandardGrip, I believe. This is a LightGrip mat, but still you can see, you want to keep your carrier sheet. I keep all my carrier sheets. But you can tell that this is, it's not sticky at all. So the only thing, it's not really dirty, but the only thing I'm going to do with this mat is I'm going to try to bring back the stickiness. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a spray with some Windex. Didn't really say what to do. It just says spray your mat with Windex. I'm going to grab a paper towel. I think I'm going to give it a good cleaning. Scrub it. I'm actually going to use my toothbrush too. Let's go ahead and spray this down again. We're going to use the toothbrush to kind of go over those edges and kind of give it a good cleaning. It gets scrubbed. You can tell it is dirty. There is grime. You can see the paper just came off right here. So even though to your naked eye, it doesn't look like there's anything on it, but there is grime on this. So we're gonna just go ahead and give it a good cleaning. I'm gonna get the other brush out also. Try that off. There's a little bit of water on it. Let's go ahead. I do strip my mats. Sometimes my older scan and cut mats, I stripped in the past and I re-glued them. I did glue them back. I did re-stick them. So I'm going to try out these methods and see how much it helps with the stickiness, because my mats are in good condition and I don't want to re-stick them if I don't have to. I'd rather just clean them up and go from there. So all I said was I'm going to rinse this with a little bit of water. Clean this down. My counters are going to be really clean. So I'm just going to go over that and see how clean that looks. So it's starting to get sticky. So I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time because there's a little bit of stuff right here. So I'm going to go over it one more time. And I'm just going to do it with my fingers. So hopefully I didn't do it wrong. I didn't read directions. Someone just said, I just looked up how to clean Cricut mats, and someone said to use Windex. There's several that say Windex, Dawn dish soap. There's ones that say to use baby wipes. That was my go-to in the past. I started running into problems with my baby wipes, that not cleaning my mats or getting anything off of them. So, but we're going to do the baby wipe method also. So I'm just going to go over this with my hands. I'm going to give it a good wipe down. And then I'm going to let this one dry because it looks good. So I'm going to rinse it off just to make sure. Give it a good wipe down on the back. I like to clean the back of my mats also. So let's go ahead and we'll let this one air dry. This is the Windex one, so this is going to be number 2. So the last method we're going to try is the baby wipes. I do get these baby wipes from Target. It's the fragrance-free, alcohol-free baby wipes. Regular baby wipes, nothing spectacular other than that they're fragrance-free and alcohol-free. I do keep my carrier sheets on top of my mats. This is a Cricut Joy Extra mat. This is a standard. No, this is a StandardGrip mat. Well used. And you can see that it is tacky, but it is not sticky. So we are going to go ahead and give this the baby wipe down and make sure that there's no leftover debris on here. I do a lot of paper crafting lately, so I am going to see if I can get some of these fibers off of here. I am going to scrub it and see what I can get off of it, see how dirty it actually is. It would grip some paper, but it wouldn't hold it. It would probably hold it, but it can be stickier. So we're just gonna rub this down with our baby wipe. doesn't seem like it's that tacky, but let's see what the baby wipe does. This is my go-to before. I have tried some other methods since I've been using the Cricut Joy Extra. I have a scan and cut, which I absolutely love, and I've had to restick those mats. But now that I'm doing a little bit more paper crafting and doing paper piercing, and I'm using digital downloads, I need Cricut mats. So we're gonna go ahead and just wipe this down. So this one's all wiped down. All I gotta do is let it dry. So the last method we're gonna try out is the Lysol wipes or Clorox cleanups. I think you can use either one. Any kind of disinfecting wipes. So we're gonna go ahead and try the Lysol cleanup wipes. This one is a little stickier than the other ones, but it's not as sticky. This is a LightGrip. So down here it's pretty good. It sticks really well. Let me turn the counter off. That's how I know if my mats are sticky enough is my hand will stick to it. If your hand sticks to it and brings it up, it's sticky enough. Down here, it's pretty much lost its grip. So down here, this is the stick I'm going for a light grip. This is what I want. I want my paper to stick to this end. And you can see along the edges, there's a couple little uckies. So this mat will need some cleaning down this end, but this end down here looks pretty good. So I'm gonna concentrate on the whole entire mat, but I do know that this end is good. So I must have used it just down here. I try to rotate when I cut. I try to use this one for one cut, then I'll flip it to this side. I'll flip it to this corner. I'll use this corner. I'll use the middle. So I try to use my mat in all different directions just so I'm getting the most out of my cuts. Go ahead and use our Clorox cleanups or your Lysol disinfectant wipes. I believe they're the same. I hope they're the same because I'm using Lysol. So, and it's lemony fresh. So these ones are, you can see that they're juicy. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a good rub down. I have never used this method before, just because I thought it's a cleaner, so it would take the stickiness off. So we are going to find out. You say, Jennifer, why are you trying it out? Just because if it does take the stickiness off, I can go ahead and restick them. I do restick my mats when needed. I try not to buy new ones until I have to. I'll tell you that the Cricut Joy Extra, I am really liking a lot, and I do like their mats. I do like the Cricut Joy Extra. So I haven't had to stick a Cricut Joy Extra mat or any kind of Cricut mats, restick them. I've had to restick my my scan and cut mats though. So I do know how to do that, but I prefer not to. So we're gonna go ahead and give this one a good wipe down. I did use it down here because it is getting debris. I can tell you that it is actually, it's light pressure. I'm not using a lot of pressure. But it is getting my stuff off my, it's working really well. So hopefully it is sticky. This one is working very, very well. This would be great. I think it's working better than a baby wipe, but we will see because we do have that as one of our tests. So I do like this one. It looks like it's a little sticky. So it looks like it may be working. So let's go ahead and just keep doing this one. I'm gonna go ahead and this one's almost done. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more because I can feel it. And then I'm gonna turn it over. Always remember to wipe down the back part of your mats too, just because, you know, it might be a little dirty on the back from being on your table. You put these down on your table where it's gluey, where you get glue and other kind of sticky stuff on your table. So see, like that was dirty right there. So sometimes it picks up that dirt. So make sure that your backs are also clean too, just so you have a clean, thorough, clean product. So we are gonna call this one done. So this is number 4. I'm gonna let these all dry, and then I will let you know which one worked and which one didn't, or they all worked and which one I prefer. So our mats have dried, and I'm gonna go over. Number 1 was Dawn dish soap. You can see this is still the same blue mark that was in the middle. I am gonna tell you guys, I have never ever thought of using Dawn dish soap with a brush and scrubbing my mats. So whoever came up with this idea, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, because let me tell you, I have suction on the back, but look at this mat. It is like it's brand new. It is so sticky. It works wonders. It is very, very sticky. The way a mat should be. It's not over stick, but it's right back to where a brand new mat is. So you can see that there is cut lines on here. Here's my blue mark that I had when I did wash it. So I give the Dawn dish soap with warm water and the brush I haven't tried the other 3 yet, but I'm going to tell you this is my go-to. If you have not picked up this trick, please do so. So this is Dawn dish soap. So look at our mat. It is definitely sticky. I'm not going to put a piece of paper on it because I don't want to ruin it. I'm going to save it for the project I'm doing tonight. So this is the Dawn dish soap. It worked very well. My edges are clean. There's no sticky residue on my edges. There's one sticky spot that I probably missed right here that's dark, but you can see how clean my mat is. My edges are perfect. This mat is like brand new. So yes to Dawn dish soap. So I mean, I should have said that. We will see at the end which one wins. But Dawn dish soap, my stickiness is back. So we are totally sticky, and it would be coming off of the desk if it wasn't sticking on the back. So always wash down the back of your mats. But you can see Dawn dish soap, stickiness is back. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one away. I always keep all my carrier sheets. So look at, I can't get my carrier sheet off. It's so sticky. Listen to that. Oh! So, yes. I get a brand new mat. So here's that. That's Dawn dish soap. So we're going to put that one aside. Number 2 was our Windex method. I have never tried this method before. I was scared that it was going to take off my adhesive off of my mat. This is a LightGrip mat, so there's not a lot of stickiness to this one. It's not StandardGrip or anything like that. This is a LightGrip mat, but it should have some tackiness, and it should stick to my hand enough to bring up the mat and fall off. So let's go ahead and give it a test. And it's a little sticky in areas. There, that's sticky. So I'm thinking the Windex works good. This area is probably the area I use the most, so maybe I just didn't scrub it hard enough. And all I did, again, if you want to watch the repeat, is just spray it down, scrub it with a brush, and then I just wiped it off, and I rinsed it off with water. So I'm going to say this is the area I always start with, so this area might not have that much stickiness to begin with, but the rest of it is sticking like a LightGrip mat. So I'm pleasantly surprised with my Windex. The Windex did work, so we're going to go ahead and put the carrier sheet on this one. So this was Windex. Brought it back to life for me. There you go. Lysol wipes. And again, I was kind of hesitant to use a Lysol wipe just because I don't know what active ingredient it has in it. I know it's a cleanser. I didn't know if it had any alcohol in it, if Lysol wipes are alcohol free. I don't know what they use for their disinfectant. I've never even read a label on a Lysol wipe or a Clorox cleanup wipe. So I'm assuming someone said to use them. I used it. So let's see if it's sticky. Again, this is a LightGrip mat. I should be able to put my hand on the mat, and it should bring it up off the table and fall off of my hand. So let's give it a try here. It's sticky. I want to say it's stickier than the Windex. Huh. Let me see. Hold on a second. I'm gonna say Windex was, it gave it some life, but my Lysol worked better than my Windex. Yes, I'm gonna say Lysol worked better than Windex. You can still see that my mat is still a little dirty, but I'm gonna say that the wipes worked a little bit better, and it's easier to have a thing of wipes in your stash than it is to have a spray bottle of Windex. So I'm gonna say that Windex is sticky, so if you're in the kitchen or if you have Windex on your table for cleaning purposes, okay. But if you have Lysol wipes, I'm gonna say that this one is stickier. I don't know which one I use the most. I just know that all of the mats that I showed today needed to be cleaned. And they're probably equally as dirty just because I'm doing paper crafts now. I do paper piercing. So I'm gonna say that Lysol is a little bit stickier. So let's go ahead and put the cover sheets back on these guys. Set those aside. We have one more left. And the go-to for wipes, since I've been doing paper crafting, has been baby wipes. Everyone says to use a baby wipe, a non-alcoholic baby wipe, fragrance-free baby wipe on your mat. So we did that the last one around. This is my 4th one. I use their standard baby wipe that's fragrance-free, alcohol-free, and it cleans the debris off the mat, but it doesn't give you much stickiness. This is a StandardGrip. This is my oldest mat, but you can see it's well loved. But I wonder if I cleaned it with something else, if it would get stickier. So this is with a baby wipe. There is no stick really to it at all. It's just, I mean, I could probably do a project or two, but there's not very, oh, there we go. It's a little bit of stick. So baby wipe is okay. So this is my baby wipe. It does the job. It works okay. Compared to baby wipe to the Lysol wipe. This is standard, this is light. So if you have, they both work good. Lysol beats out the baby wipe so far. So baby wipe does work though, so don't cross it off your list. It does work. It is giving me that stick that I need to put paper on. That would definitely hold paper. And this mat, before I did wipe it down with the baby wipe, was holding nothing. It was very not sticky at all. So, and I didn't even run this one under hot water either. I just used the baby wipe and called it a day and let it air dry. So it did work very well. So let's go ahead and cover this one up. So baby wipe did work. This is our Lysol cleanup. I like how the Lysol cleanup worked. So that one worked very, very well. It's holding my hand very, very well. So this would definitely do projects, not a problem. So let's go ahead and wipe this one away. This is gonna be our Windex one. This one worked okay, but for having to get out a spray bottle and having to kind of cleanse it down, scrub it with a brush, and then wipe it off and let it air dry, I would say it worked, but not as well as I thought it would work with it being Windex, but it did work. So it is holding my, it would do a project, but it's not as sticky as I thought it would be. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that one away. And this is our Dawn dish soap with just regular warm water. So let's go ahead and test this one out again. This mat was the worst of them all. And I chose this mat for the Dawn dish soap just because it was the worst. And I wanted to see how well it did because I used this about a week ago on my other mat. And I was pleasantly surprised by the end result. So I wanted to try it for this tonight because I knew I had to clean my mats and I knew I wanted to try different techniques out to see which ones were the best. But this one would not. If you go back to the very first thing, you can see me take off my cover sheet, barely any noise. Listen to the stick that this has. This is my cover sheet. It's like a brand new mat. It's literally the best technique I have come across. This is a StandardGrip mat, and this mat is so sticky. This will last me a while. I cleaned another one about a week ago that was very, very dirty. This one was dirty, but I think the one I cleaned a week ago was very, very dirty, and it's like brand new. I'm still using it. I can't tell you enough. So let me go ahead. This is the Dawn dish soap with warm water and a stiff brush or a toothbrush, and it works so well. So let me go ahead and put them in order. If I had to scrub all my mats down, I would say before throwing them out or trying to restick them, run them under warm water, use Dawn dish soap, use a stiff brush, a toothbrush, a scrubby brush, your fingernails, give it a good bath, give it a good scrubbing, let it air dry, and you'll be pleasantly surprised on how good your mat looks. So this is my #1 pick. I am gonna tell you to use the Dawn dish soap and warm water with a brush. My second one is going to be the Lysol Wipes. That one worked very, very well. That one stuck really, really good. I'm pleasantly surprised with it being a cleaner. I thought for sure it would take the stick and make it kind of go away or scrub off the adhesive, but I was wrong. So whoever thought of using Clorox cleanups or Lysol wipes, this works really, really well. This works better than baby wipes. This would be my second go-to, would be Lysol wipes. Third go-to would be my baby wipe. I'm pleasantly surprised with a baby wipe. If that's all I had on hand, is fragrance-free and alcohol-free. This works very well for being a baby wipe and the scrubbing down. This mat had no stick to it. So my third go-to would be baby wipe. And then my fourth go-to would be the Windex. Windex didn't really work that well. As sticky as I thought it would be with being Windex. So again, my fourth is the Windex. My third runner-up would be my baby wipe. My second runner-up would be the Lysol wipes. And the grand prize winner would be the Dawn dish soap. In my book, the winner is the Dawn dish soap. Hope you guys like what you saw today. I hope this really helped you understand and let you know which ones are your go-to and which ones work and which ones didn't. They all worked. They all worked great. Dawn dish soap, Lysol cleanup wipes, baby wipes, and Windex. Those are my top 4. Well, it's my only 4 because it's the only 4 I did. But that's the order. So Dawn dish soap, Lysol cleanup wipes, and then this is going to be baby wipes, fragrance free, and they're alcohol free, and this is just plain old Windex. So I hope this helps you guys. I hope you like what you saw today. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, lots of love, and I'll see y'all soon. Thank you for watching, my Craft Along buddies. If you loved what you saw today, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, lots of love, and see you soon.